Hey guys, it's Mark from RC Wolf, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. After an unfortunate drag race incident where we ran this bad boy into a concrete wall at about 100 plus kilometers an hour, maybe even more, we need to basically strip it and put it into put what's remaining of this wreckage into a new drag car. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to strip it down. This is going to probably be a 2 or 3 part series. It's going to take a little while. Sorry about the noise around me. It's such a beautiful day, I thought I'd do it outside. And look, basically there's just going to be a lot of music anyway, so I probably won't be talking too much. So without further ado, let's have a look at what we're going to be actually taking all of these parts off of and putting onto, and let's get cracking. Maybe just a little bit noisy at the moment. Alright guys, so basically what we're going to do is we are going to put what remains of this, hopefully that's in screen you can see, into this. So it's a DR10 kit. So haven't even actually opened it yet, so let's do that and have a look at what we are dealing with. So the DR10 comes from Team Associated. Try that again, Team Associated. And really, all of it is just literally in a kit that we need to build out. So stickers, all that kind of stuff, shims, some O-rings, and then literally the kit, everything from the body up, and then what we'll do is we'll strip this and we'll fit everything to it. Okay, so really what we need to do is start breaking this down bit by bit and figuring out what we can actually keep and what we can't keep. So what we'll do is we'll literally just start with getting the wheels off, I think. So we're going to need to pop this one and actually just rebuild the tire. It's all pretty easy. It's got a little bit of wear on it, but that's nothing to worry about. We'll be able to use that again. Let's get this last wheel off. It's a little bit tight, that's what she said. Okay, let's see if we can remove some of the electronics. Right, so we've got more room to play with the body. So we've got some damage in there, so we've got exposed gears. So this whole assembly, we're going to have to hope that there's a new one in the DR10 kit, or we're going to have to purchase a new one, because this is where it should actually be attached to, and you can see that's just not attached. Okay, let's pop this rear section as well. By undoing this, we should be able to pull off the rear bar and the suspension and have a bit more of a look. See what else is broke. Cool. Alright, we'll have a bit more of a look at that in a moment. Okay, so we're really getting to the back end of things now, so I don't think that that's meant to look like that. As well, bent. Okay, so this little wire here is going to be what goes from, I think from our, let's see, engine or battery. Let me get that right, guys, sorry. This is what goes from our ESC to our servo. So it looks like it's survived. Let's see if we can plug it back in. I don't know if you can see, but the pins are actually bent, so we're going to have to align the pins and then we're going to be able to get that back in, but it doesn't matter for now anyway, because, well, we can't do anything with it. Alright, so that being the case, let's actually take the servo out. Okay guys, we're sort of getting down to brass knuckles with what's actually left. Alright, so just gonna grab a screwdriver. Whoa, that's a little bit bent. Okay, let's see. What we're doing now, guys, is taking off all the stuff which is for the suspension mounts. We're going to get down to the bare chassis. If we can, and see what is left. Alright, cool. Okay, so looks like one side of the suspension arm is actually quite okay. Alright, this side we're going to have to put a new drive shaft in, and we're going to definitely need a new, I guess it's a sway bar, I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Okay. So what we're doing now is just taking off the gear assembly, which we know is knackered. Okay, so you can see that this is well and truly stuffed. But you know what we'll do is, it's probably not, oh no, you know what we're going to do is we're going to pop this casing and we're going to take out the innards, the gears, and we're going to basically put them aside because we might use them for something else. Or for when we rebuild this. Okay, let's get the front suspension off now. What's left of it. It is noisy around here, guys. Got a little puppy dog. Hello. Hello, little wolf. No. Okay, we're getting to the bottom of it, guys. And now guys, it is a beautiful part of the world where I live. I don't know if you can see everything which is going on around, but this time of day is very enjoyable. Just to sit on the balcony. Should get the power driver out and make this a lot easier, but we're almost done now, so it is what it is. This is more one of those cathartic videos, guys, where you just get to put it on in the background, just see what's going on, you know, pay attention every now and then, just to pulling this stuff apart. Now I am actually going to get my driver just to be able to get this out a little bit quicker. Alrighty. In business. We've got the right size tip. Don't think so. That was much easier. Alright, let's see where we're at with the suspension now. Alright, so not much left, guys, just a couple at the front. Drill is too large for those. See what the fun bit's going to be is trying to remember where all these screws went. So now, just got to do one, I can just take that one off, and then we should be able to get all of this front suspension assembly off and really have a look at what damage has been done. Alright, let's get it all out. Maybe not those bolts. We've got a few more bolts to do. If I use the right bloody size. Let's try that again, guys. Just got to get in. I reckon we're going to have to probably do a couple of screws at the top still. Yeah. And then I think we should be able to pull the suspension and steering out.
Well, now he can come back in.
Alrighty. There we go, boys and girls. Alright, so let's have a look. Alright, so the arm's bent. We know that the bulkhead for the suspension is snapped. I think the suspension itself, the dampers are fine. Looks like the steering arm is a little bit bent. So you can see right there, it's snapped, and also right there, and that's what snapped off of that there. The other side's okay, but it's no good with just one. Take a bit of a closer look at this side. So this side itself actually doesn't look too damaged. I reckon we might have actually dodged a bullet with this bit. Steering mechanism from the servo works fine. Dampener's fine. Everything seems to be all good. So the right side has survived, but the left side is a bit of a different story, guys. Let's just pop this off. Oh, that's on tight. That metal's actually stripping, which isn't great. Let's get one more go. Not that it really matters. I mean, this steering arm's bent anyway, so we're going to have to replace it. But if I can avoid having to drill this out, that would be very nice. Nice. She's screwed in real tight. So what we're going to do is we're just going to try the other end. Nice. A bit more success. We can pop that off. And that bulkhead's naked anyway, so it doesn't really make much difference. But if I can salvage some arms, that would be very nice. Alright, so that's the broken one. Actual suspension's fine though. So let's just get that out. Alright. See if we can use this effectively. Can't get enough time. As I said, guys, I really like where I live. Alright, so
Two out of the last 3 weekends I've been set up over it. And it's high tide. Launch it pretty close to my house.
that is bent, that is not even worth trying to repair, but the knuckle looks all good, so we can use that for something else. It's just that's it, guys. This is more of a salvage, just figuring out what we can use, what we can't use. Yeah, really looking at what parts from this car are better than the stock DR10 parts from Team Associated, and what we can use and what we can't use. Really simple. That's not great to do it that way. Might do that a little bit later. Just push that out, knock it out. Alright, so that arm's not going to live, we know that much. Now the body itself, let's have a look at the body. So let's just maybe clean up a little bit of our mess here. Alright guys, so the body itself is actually not in as bad a condition as I thought it would be. You know, so it's a B5 body, and this section is broken from the carbon. This is actually just bent, so it'd be just a matter of finding a new one. I reckon it's actually just, in fact it is just the screw, so all I'd need to do is just get a replacement screw, and that'll sit nice and straight. But this is the problem. This can be repaired though, but it's just whether I can be asked to do it or not, because it is carbon. The other big part of the damage was this section on the bottom here, but as you can see, I mean, this thing it hit at 100 plus, maybe 100, 105, 110k, and considering how hard it hit, for that to be the only thing to break on the actual chassis, that is phenomenal. Really, really is. Of course, the rest of the car pretty much destructed around it, but you know, that's what it is. So this is the front suspension mount, and this is pretty knackered. That's throwaway, not even worth trying to repair. But you know, I guess you learn from your drives, don't you? This is we can say this. That's no worries. Clips and all that kind of stuff. So it's, yeah, it's not too bad. So broken. That's fine. That's all just part of the front end. Let's see. So this all looks pretty good, guys. actually, yeah, we looked at that before, but it's just good to recap. All right, so let's have a look at the rear suspension. Okay, so rear suspension looks like it's had better days. So that shock needs a new end. Again, you know, it's all assessing whether it's even worth changing those parts. It may just not be worth it. Wheelie bar's good though, which is great. All salvageable. Now may I suggest your attention is to the left. Okay, so our wheelie bar looks like it's in pretty darn good nick, guys. No real surprises. I mean, this is at the back of the car, so and it was the front which impacted, so that's really, really cool. I do want to just get that out as well. So let's see. Just put the stuff which is broken aside, I think. Okay. Alright, let's just wind this up in the next 5-10 minutes. And get a bit of a list of what is really damaged and what isn't. I'm also assuming that my engine still actually works, guys. Completely ripped the battery out. Okay guys, wow. Buongiorno boys and girls, welcome back to RC Wolf. in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to start actually putting together our new DR10. You should be able to see that. So in the last video, what we did is we pulled apart the B5 and basically did a breakdown of what's going to live and what's not going to live, so we could figure out what parts that we needed to get for this kit, because the kit doesn't come with everything. I thought I may have to get a new gear or transfer case because this one was broken, but it looks like this actually has it in the kit, so that's really good. So I think we're going to actually have everything that we need to be able to build this out. So I'll be perfectly honest, guys, I've never built one of these before, so I'm just going to open the instructions and I'm just going to follow the instructions and just go through it. And we'll hopefully get a car which we can actually run in the next couple of days, and we'll have a new drag car which hopefully we won't hit another wall with. So let's just get that out of the way for now. Okay, we'll get the box out of the way too. I have a couple of different shells coming. So I've got one shell coming, I should say. So I've got the current Corvette Shell, which is a wicked shell. I really, really like it. It's a bit scuffed up. The reason why I like it is because it's so damn aerodynamic. Whereas this one here, as cool as it looks, not very aerodynamic, but I have a Chevy Nova shell coming, which will paint and make look really, really cool. Again, that one in itself is really not that aerodynamic, but it looks really cool, so why the heck not? Alright guys, so won't do too much talking during this. Grab the instructions. Let's cut this thing open and start building it out, shall we? You guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, smash that bell. Really value you guys being subscribers, and the more people who subscribe, the more people who watch the videos, means the more of this kind of stuff that we can do, because at the moment we're not getting any assistance from any of the advertising on YouTube or anything like that, and one day hopefully we'll get there, so we can start paying for some of the repairs from all the different bashing and drag racing that we're doing. Okay, so let's have a little bit of a look, shall we? See what we got here. Alright, so that looks like that's all of our shock assembly. I don't even know what that is. Oh yeah, no, that looks like that's gearbox assembly. Bag 1, which I reckon we're going to need pretty much fairly quickly. Oh, you guys may also see a greyhound or two walking in the background, so if you do, that's either Riley or Lulu, our pups. So yeah, don't be alarmed, they are the coolest dogs. Faster than any drag car. Well, faster off the line anyway. Maybe not over the longer term, but yeah. Alright, cool. So let's have a look, bit of a look. Bag 1, bag 3. We'll get the ones which we're probably not going to go to straight for cup. I would imagine that it's fairly sequential. Bag 2, let's have a bit of a look here now. So what are we going to do? So the first part is to actually build the top plate and steering. So that's pretty straightforward. And we need bag 1. So don't know what bag that is, but that's pretty obvious. That's just our wheels. Bag 13. Bag 8. Bag 9. Eleven. 7 we might get to fairly soon. Oh, and bag 5, our gears for our gear assembly, which is kind of cool. Alright, so let's have a look. What do we need? Oh, and of course, our chassis. Not quite the carbon chassis that we are used to. Oakley dokley. So, bag one. Let's just make some room here. Okay, that's pretty cool. So in each of what seems to be, well, I might well be corrected, each bag has all its nuts, bolts and washers and all that kind of stuff. So that's really, really cool, guys. Cool. So let's get into it, shall we? Alrighty. Oh, that's so cool. I'm just going to grab a little container, guys, just so I can pour this stuff in, just so I don't lose anything, because it would really suck to have something left over and not be able to figure out where it comes from, or even worse, not have enough because I've lost something. Cool. Try to manage our rubbish. Have a sip of a non-alcoholic beverage. It is beer, but it's the non-alcoholic stuff, so there'll be no getting plastered in this video. Okay, so you know, one thing that I definitely need to do, I need to get one of those little soft hammers to be able to tap bearings and stuff like that. I have to add that to my list next time I go to the hardware store, just so I can delicately put things in without damaging them, but know that they're actually in nice and tight. All right, so looks like we put our washer in between. Another ball bearing. I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, I used to absolutely love building this stuff, and I just forgot how enjoyable it was. So I'm looking for a spacer between my bearings, and there is only one. I'm meant to have two. Steering rack crush tube. That is what I'm looking for. Why do I only have freaking one? Gosh. First thing to always do is check the bag. Nope. I am literally short a steering rack crush tube. That sucks. Alright guys, so I'm going to just make a note of this just so I don't have to try to remember at a later time. I wonder if there's one in another bag. I did see a bag which had a whole heap of parts in it, but oh, hang on guys, look at that sneaky little bastard. There we go. Alright, that could have been quite heartbreaking right from the get-go. So this is gonna probably be like a, I don't know, 3-4 video series, guys. Just in case you actually ever want to do this kind of thing yourself, or you want to build one of these, you can build it along with me, which may or may not be fun. I guess you can always turn the volume down if you don't like the sound of my voice. Alright, so let's see. That goes like that. And now we have to put our heavy duty ball stud in, which is being a little pain in the ass already. Should be a 2mm. Actually, I want to grab mine. Let's go with that one. Okay, so let's go with this side first of all. Now I know some people use Loctite and all that kind of stuff. You know what? Each their own. I'm not going to use Loctite on this stuff, but when we get to things which are a little bit more sort of, I guess, to do with pinion gears and all that kind of stuff, absolutely. I think that's a no-brainer. But all this stuff fits really nice and tight. So at this point, I don't think I need to worry about any of that stuff. Make sure we're nice and straight. Okay, we might actually just cheat a little bit, but what we're going to do is we're going to do it not the whole way. Just get it so it's almost there, and we'll just finish off by hand. That way we're not going to overscrew. Even though I've got, come on baby, nice and tight, that's what she said. Even though this is turned right down, this is on one, this is on one. I mean, look at this. Not going anywhere, so it's not going to probably do any damage, but I just don't want to risk it, guys. I'm just going to make sure I've got those bearings in nice and tight. Push it down. There we go. So guys, comment down below what you think. You know, if there's anything that you want to see me build. If there's anything that you want to see on the channel that nobody else is doing and you'd love to be able to see it, I'm open for suggestions, guys. Alright, so that's that little bad boy. Now let's build our ball crank brace. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. Alright. Get this facing the right way. Grab a couple of our 12mm screws. They look like they're about 12mm. Push that through. Is that 12mm? Way off, mate. Way off. They are 12mm. My little board that I'm working on here, guys, it's actually a sewing board. It's my wife's, and it's got all these measurements along the bottom and the side and all that kind of stuff, so it's really, really cool for stuff like this. Gosh, if I was really smart, what I would have done is I would have said, hey guys, click the link below if you want to get something like this. But you know, we're still sorting out all those kind of things. It's really early days in the channel, guys, so yeah, one thing at a time. Alright, so I think what I need to do is I need to screw this one in. See if we can get it started at least. Bugger. Alright. Sometimes you need just another hand. I will give up in a sec and just go to the power drill. Right, looks like I've got it. Just want to start that off. I don't want to strip anything in use with youthful experience, you know, youthful experience, I think that's the saying. Alright, cool. That one's on. Let's see. Do not over-tight steering bolts. Make sure there is free movement in the steering rack. Okay, cool. Get that a little bit tighter. Free movement. Well, wouldn't say that's completely free. Not too bad. Tell you what I don't like, guys. Yep, that's what I thought. What I've done, I've put the wrong bloody screw in. Right size as far as length goes, but I should have paid more attention instead of talking to you guys. This one, it's got to be a rounded head. So, let's see if we can get this out. Come on, no! Okay, well that's not a great way to start. Looking to see if I can find something to give a little bit of a knock, just to help it out. Alright guys, I'll be back in a sec. We're going to get the universal tool. Alright boys, I'm back. Let's see if we can gently convince this bolt to come out. Alright, I don't know if that was a good sign. I don't know if that was a good sign at all. That was actually the outside of the ball bearing case. So let's just maybe, gosh, if I can get it, put it back in, pretend that it never happened. We are going to have to get this screw out though, guys, one way or another, whether we like it or not. So I'm just thinking I might have to go to, bought some little pliers yesterday because my other ones weren't so great, so just cheapies, but they'll definitely do the trick, all things equal. So let's pop them open and see if we can use them to be able to solve this. Geez, I tell you guys, it just goes to show that you just have to pay attention when you're doing this stuff, you know. I got the right length bolt, screw, not bolt, the right length screw, but it was not the right screw. Get that out of the way so I don't cook myself. You know how I mentioned before that we've got greyhounds? Well, I have one particularly smelly greyhound, and at the moment, if you guys could smell what I smell, your eyes would be watering. It's taking everything I have for my eyes not to basically water. Alright guys, well, this screw's not going anywhere. Seems that it's embedded, so it looks like, whether we like it or not, this is the screw that we are using for this. And yeah, well, we'll have to figure it out later on, I suppose. Alright, let's move forward. Let's keep on building out the ball crank brace. Alright, so let's see. That back on, shouldn't be as hard as last time now. We'll get the universal tool out the way for now. Hopefully we'll not need to use it again. And we'll speed the process up. A little bit of movement in there. Alright, that's cool. Okay, let's get the other one on. Let's use the right bloody bolt this time, shall we? Yep. Oh, I reckon we might need to cut that screw down. Oh, the problems. It's all my fault. If it becomes an issue, we'll figure out a way to be able to resolve that. I also do have the other steering rack from the old car, which we can always use if we need to. Now let's just make sure we're getting this on the right way. Yep, cool. Same thing as the other one, it's just a little bit of a bugger to be able to start things off. I don't know if you guys can hear the background. A little bit noisy where I live. It's just back from the beach in Melbourne, and this time of day there is a lot of traffic. Everybody's coming home from work and going to the beach and doing all that stuff. Come on, motherfucker. Gotcha. I'm so disappointed about what I did before. Yeah, that's better. You know what? I got an idea. Alright, I think we're almost there, boys. So fiddly, especially when you got sausage fingers. Oh, come on. Killing me. Let's just get the... Yes. Last. Okay. All right. What we may need to do, if I can't get that screw out, I may need to just Dremel the end of that off, which in itself would be a massive pain in the ass, because then it means that I have a screw which is not long enough, because I'd be using whatever this screw is for something else. Pain in the ass. It's nice and it's about the same height, fortunately, but we still need to figure out how to get it out. Really not happy about that, guys. Really not happy about that. Right. Okay, let's put the other heavy-duty ball joint in. This one. Make sure we're doing it in the right side.